Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's good? You are rocking with the best. It is Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know what time it is. It is Conversations with Comedians on Beltway Radio and Beyond. BBW. No, not BBW. I was thinking, my bad. I was thinking about how to get my Tinder profile up and what I like. No, on Beltway Radio and Beyond, BRB. Be right back. Damn, we couldn't come up with no other initials than that.
Well, WBRB.
What the hell is that?
That's the like we.
And if y'all don't know, that voice crying in the wilderness is my engineer extraordinaire, Beezy. What's up, B?
Hello, folks. How you doing?
Oh, so you finally decided to add some more words to it. It usually just hello.
Yeah, you gotta expand the profile, as you say.
Touche. Well played, sir. Yo, man, how come the microphone gets smaller with each passing day?
Because there's a lot of big voices out there. So
Really? I'm gonna need you to stick to just the buttons. Just stick to pressing buttons, bro. Because it's the truth. Like, I feel like, like I'm hunting down to get on the, like.
But again,
I'm gonna try and prop my mic up some more.
We got enough coasters.
Coasters, just keep putting coasters on. There we go. Wait, I need one more coaster. I need one more coaster. My mother would be proud of me. This is the first time in 40-some years I've used a coaster for anything. Unfortunately, it's not for a cup. All right, there we go. Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. I want to get into my past weekend. This past weekend, I laid my uncle to rest. And it was interesting, man. It really, really and truly was. I actually lost money on the funeral because
Wait, what?
that didn't come out right. I did, but I lost money on the funeral because my cousin, shout out to my cousin, we call him affectionately the number one because he was the first cousin that was ever born. He was getting up there to say the eulogy. Now, what people need to understand is my cousin is a fierce protector of his family, but he is a faucet of emotion when sad things happen. Like, he damn near, we have Zoom calls every Sunday. He damn near short-circuited his computer from crying so much. Like, he cries. So I was like, you know what? This is a way for me to get my money back because I had to pay for gas down there. So I was like, you know what? I need to get my money back. And God has given me a ram in the bush, one that has tear ducts. So what I said was, I took me and two of my other cousins, and I said, yo, let's make a bet on while he's up there giving the eulogy when he's going to cry. So we universally came up with 5 minutes in. I said he's going to go up there and go like this. Giving honor to God, pastor and Christian friends, this is hard for me. Once he said that, I knew we won. Somebody, I'm not going to put no names out there because I don't want to hurt my cousin Sybil's feelings. Somebody told him about the damn bet. So he literally was like, oh, so y'all got an over-under on me. I said, who told? I look at Sybil, she's like this. Like, don't look away now. So we was like, all right, man, we you know what? Yes, I thought the best way to turn a negative into a positive was to get money. Okay, so I was like, I'm going to make some money off of this. And unfortunately, you're the guinea pig, buddy. Okay, so look, we got a bet saying 5 minutes in, you're going to cry. He said, all right, I got something for y'all. I was like, okay, what are you planning on doing? Not drinking water so you're dehydrated? You're going to go upstairs and squeeze all the tears out in the hotel room? What you plan on doing? This man goes up there and tells the congregation that he has a wager against him by his family. So he's already got the entire congregation on his side. And what do black people do in church? Whenever it seems like you getting a little emotional, what do they say? Let him use you. Let him use you. Take your time. No, don't take your time. I've got 5 minutes on this bet. Don't take your time. Come on. He literally got up there, and this is how I know he cheated. He compared our uncle, because our uncle was a unique dude. He was the coolest cat, man. He compared him to Frank Sinatra. He said, I swear, this is verbatim. Conrad did things his way. Day to day, he didn't play. He did things his way. This nigga to rhyme. He said, every day, Conrad prayed to do it his way. Even when you thought he couldn't, he could. Then he would, because he should. I said, did this nigga start rapping? I said, when did he turn into Dr. Seuss? I like green eggs and ham, because Conrad said I am. Like, no, that's not how this goes. He went 15 minutes, not one tear dropped. And you know who came and bogarted us for the money? Not even him. My Aunt Pat, his mama. She lined us up against the wall like the Valentine's Day massacre and just started shooting at us verbally. Yeah, you thought you had my baby. Yeah, I know who I raised. Yeah, he about as thorough as a rent cycle. Give me my money. I was like, we didn't make the bet with you. We made it with him. Well, he's going to give it to me anyway. Give me my money. I was like, so we gave her the money and we left. And we cried on the way out the door. But man, it was a good time being with my family this weekend. It really and truly was, man. There was a lot of stories that I'd care to forget. A lot of stories, man. It was crazy because we were sitting up there talking about stuff, and I got to meet my little cousins, like my second cousins and stuff. And it's crazy because I'm getting ready to do this charity event for dogs coming up.
Is George Santos involved?
You on one today, ain't you? You on one. But he was like, Uncle Douglas, tell me some stories. When the hell I became Aesop is beyond me. But I was like, yo, all right, fine. I said, there was this dog. His name was Peppy. Everybody at the family at the table immediately started laughing because where I was going, they knew where I was going with it. I said, I was at my uncle's house. They say memories for a child start at 5 years old. I said, that's a lie. I was 4 years and 6 months, and I remember this shit vividly. My parents was playing, my family was playing Bid Whist. He's like, what's Bid Whist? I said, Bid Whist is like spades for AARP members. So like, that's what Bid Whist is. Bid Whist is like spades for AARP members. And there was this dog named Peppy. I sat there playing with it. And everybody's like, you need to leave him alone. I'm like, why? He's a dog. Let's play with him. All right, go ahead and play. This is before I realized that when black parents encourage you to do some shit, it's not for your benefit. It's for theirs. It's for them to say, I told you so. And for 30 years later to remind you at family meetings. So I played with the dog and the dog. Now, let me, disclaimer. My lips weren't always this big. The dog bit me on my bottom lip and drugged me across the house. When I say drug me, I'm talking about the dog drugged me. Have you remember in the school in PE you used to play a game called Four Corners? Yeah. The dog drugged me all four corners of the house, literally. I am screaming at the top of my lungs, get him off me, get him off me. They did not get up from that table. What they did was they continued to slap their cards harder to drown out my screaming. So finally, I get up. The dog finally lets me go. He done had his fill of lip. Let me go. You know what my mama gonna say? That's what you get. Like who? I'm like, who says that? So I looked at her now. I said, Mama, the dog was acting dogly. I was acting childly. But But unfortunately, y'all weren't acting parentally. None of y'all got up to see if I was okay. You know what my mama gonna tell me? Well, you had to learn your lesson. Plus, I had a good hand, if I remember correctly. So the bad part about it is, I have a hole in my lip. Like there's a scar on the bottom of my lip where the dog actually punctured through. I said, you know what, let me go and get something to drink. I was drinking a cup of red Kool-Aid. I was totally unaware when it was dripping on my shirt. I was like, is that the Kool-Aid or blood? Like, I don't know what it was. So I said, Mama, I'm bleeding. She said, okay, are there any Band-Aids? Nah. She said, okay, we're gonna have to improvise. Give me your shoelace. My mama took my shoelace and wrapped it and made a tourniquet around my lips. Now, I had just learned how to tie my shoe. My mother said, Doug, put your finger right here, and tied a knot around my damn finger. I walked around my uncle's house for the rest of the night like I was telling everybody to shut up. I was like, shh, shh. I just walked around the house like this. I was like, Mama, what I'm supposed to do? She said, what you doing? I said, I got my finger over my lip. Well, then do that. Be quiet. I was like, what kind of shit is that? So as I'm walking out the house, I forget that the shoelace that was on my shoe is around my lip. So as I'm walking out the house, my lips are fastened shut, but my shoe keeps flopping like this as I'm walking out. He was like, so whatever happened to the dog? I said, he died. I was like, he died. And if I see him in heaven, because they say all dogs go to heaven, I'm kicking his ass out of heaven. Rest in peace, Pepe. Ass dog. What's up with you, B? What's up?
Not much. Just busy guy working a lot. That's it.
Shit.
I didn't have any wild adventures just like you.
That's the first time. Every weekend you got something going on. Pool parties, messed up equipment,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Oh, well, let's put it this way. I did see Major Tutty over the weekend.
That pig,
That pig. So,
I'm still looking for somebody I can help purchase the team with.
well,
'cause
they're saying they're trying to prevent Betos from getting the team, and
Bezos?
Bezos, yeah. Jeff
Why?
Bezos. I don't know. Now they want him to sell Washington Post. It's a weird story.
Wait. Daniel Snyder owns the Washington Post too?
No, he's trying to.
Oh, so
give
Jeff
the-
Bezos is trying to buy both the team and the paper.
Mind you, is like we all know. Let's put this: the fan base wants Bezos to buy the team. That because they figure it's like, hey, you're in the
It
area.
ain't like we want him to buy the team. We just want Daniel Snyder to
right,
sell it.
pretty much that's it. But the whole spiel is like, for some odd reason, Daniel Snyder has a beef with Bezos because of the fact of.
This is the first time I've heard about. I'm interested. This is the first time I've heard about white people beefing.
Yeah,
Go
not just
ahead
white
with the
people,
beef.
but billionaires.
Yeah,
beefing.
billionaire white people
Yeah.
beefing. What's the backstory?
Because once he Robert Bezos had Amazon, he was able to purchase Washington Post. So and
White people beefing. This is amazing.
Well, the thing is like earlier on when Snyder just got the team, so he was based on what I heard, it's like he was feeding him, insider stuff about the team and all that stuff. But somehow that led into, again, having their reporters, the Washington Post reporters, doing actually their job to, telling what's going on with the team. And one of the most notable stories, if a lot of people remember, was during
sexual assault.
No, not that. This is earlier on about the whole incident where Daniel Snyder was having fans pay to get in to watch the training camp.
Because that's the only thing worth watching. Listen, do you understand how petty you got to be a billionaire white person and beef with another billionaire white person over privilege that neither of you deserve?
Right. So,
That is, I've heard of rich people problems. This shit is amazing. Two billionaire white people beefing over privilege that neither of them earned or deserved. Man, to have those type of problems is amazing. I, for one, want to continue to tell you that on behalf of black people everywhere, thank you for letting us know that our efforts of dividing y'all are not in vain. That's insane, man. Man, a lot has happened over the past couple of days. Let's get into it. My boy, Uncle Shannon, Shay,
At the crypto.com
got into it at the Memphis Grizzly LA Lakers game. First and foremost, you got to be a tough motherfucker to wear that patchwork cardigan. Look at that joint. Look at Shannon. I'm going to tell you right now, one thing I don't do is beef with people who get parts cut in their head. Shannon got a part cut in his head, y'all. You understand that? Shannon literally looks at his barber and says, hey, skip this side. Skip this side and put a part right here. Put a part right here. Put a part right here. Hey, skip. I tell you what. I just wonder how that conversation went. Because Shannon always yelling. He always yelling. How did that joint go with Dylan Brooks? Hey, fuck you, Shannon. I bet you won't say it to my face. I bet you won't say it. Come here and say it. Dylan, you don't want these problems. You don't, hey, I'll put you together. I'll put you to sleep with some CDs. You ever heard it? You ever been put to sleep with CDs? Telling you, Shannon, hey man, Shannon had on tight cargo pants with a patchwork cardigan and a part cut in his head. That's the type of nigga you don't mess with. Because he don't give a shit what he look like. So he don't care how he fuck you up. Man, shoot. But you know, Shannon, being a man of integrity. Skip, it's my turn, Skip.
Yeah.
Being a man of integrity, went on Undisputed today and issued this apology.
Jen, as you probably have heard or have seen Friday night at the Lakers game, I want to apologize for my behavior. You know, guys, I've preached for the last 6.5 years, responsibility and accountability. And I take full responsibility for what transpired. It does not matter what Dylan Brooks said or how many times he said it. Me being the responsible person.
Shannon, I applaud you because you took a page out of every woman's book that has ever finally issued an apology. They will find a way to slide in your infraction. Shannon could have just said, I'm sorry, my bad, I shouldn't have acted that way. No, what did Shannon say? Excuse me, Skip. I would like to apologize on behalf of myself, my barber, my stylist, and also my grandma, who used to say things as if you a frog, you better jump. That's what my grandma used to say. So I'm jumping to conclusions on Friday. But I would like to apologize. It doesn't matter that Dylan Brooks said what he said about my mama. It doesn't matter that Dylan Brooks had his hair ponytailed like that with two little pigtails in the back and barrettes. It doesn't matter that he tried to guard the greatest player of all time in LeBron James. It doesn't matter. What matters is I responded, and I would like to apologize. So Dylan Brooks, who cares what you said? Even though it was inappropriate. Even though it was unwarranted. Even though I knocked you out with CDs. Like, that nigga is amazing, bro. But keep going with the apology, because we ain't even gotten to the part I want yet. Try to skip through it a little bit. Because this mug, listen, everybody knows the fan that Shannon Sharpe is of LeBron James. Okay. But keep the apology going so you can hear.
All right, here we go.
Fans, I am sorry. More specifically, I want to apologize to Dylan Brooks. He is a fierce competitor, and seeing him up close, I get a sense of why he is what he is and how he's wired the way he's wired. Bruh, I apologize. I wish you the best of luck the rest of the season and continued success. Ja, it was a privilege and an honor to watch you up close and personal. Skip and I talk about you a lot of times, but to see what you do, you're able to elevate, lead the floor, contort your body, and finish at the rim is unbelievable and extremely impressive. And I want to apologize to you. I also want to apologize to my stylist, Hollywood. Bruh, you had an impeccable record before you took me on as a client. And I want to apologize for my behavior because you were in attendance. And if I caused any smudge on your resume, I'm deeply sorry for that. I also want to apologize to LeBron James because y'all know how I feel about him. And he supports.
Stop. Shannon, what the hell does LeBron James have to do with anything? Shannon will find a way to talk about LeBron James. He'll find a way. I believe, this is my thought process. I don't know. LeBron James pays his rent. LeBron James either pays his rent or pays the stylist. And that's the reason why he apologized. LeBron ain't had nothing to do with that. You know what, LeBron, I'd like to apologize. I really would, because me getting into a fight with Dylan Brooks in Memphis, it took away from me sitting up there championing you for being the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, even though nobody asked. So without Skip, can I have my monologue, Skip? He Skip? Hey, you see what happened, Skip? Dylan came to me and thought I was gonna walk away, Skip. He thought I was gonna walk away, Skip. Listening to Shannon Sharpe talk, I truly believe whoever is on his teleprompter purposely puts those multiple syllable words in his dialogue to fuck with him. Did you see the way he was stumbling over that shit? I can't even, it's hard to turn my Shannon Sharpe off because I just said stumbling. Like, it's hard to turn it off. But I give Shannon props though. I give Shannon props because I wouldn't have apologized. I wouldn't have.
All right, I'm gonna say this.
What you got to think?
I would have Brooks. You're a punk. I'm sorry.
That was not expected. That was about as surprising as the LeBron James part. Like, why is he a punk, man?
Because you go after a guy who's a commentator. He see how you play. How do you counter that? You don't beat up the guy who's telling you your gameplay is sucking.
Especially a motherfucker like Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
Like, my thing is, if you gonna beat up anybody, listen, if you gonna go after Skip or Shannon, I would suggest Skip. Okay? Yeah, go after Skip.
But my
You
viewpoint
better leave
is,
Shannon alone.
Yeah.
Shannon, 135 years old and bench 400 pounds. You better leave him alone.
But my thing is, like, dude, you should do what that Shannon's been telling you haven't been doing. Guard LeBron James. Improve your game. He's right there. He's been telling you this for God knows how long. He's telling you right there on the court. All you have to do is like, okay, I'll show you.
Listen.
That's all you had to do. I had the same conversation over the weekend when I saw this video, first saw the video, and I was like, I remember the days when Reggie Miller and Spike Lee were going at it. All Reggie Miller
But
did
Spike Lee ain't calling nobody on no damn court.
You don't remember those days?
Yes, I remember them
Okay,
days.
then.
But you know
But
one thing
you-
I don't remember? Is Spike Lee taking his stuttering behind out there to Reggie Miller saying, come here. 'Cause he didn't. Listen.
But they were arguing. They went at it.
Arguing is one thing.
But the proof is, like, what I'm saying is, Reggie, all he had to do was shut him up was shoot threes, do the choke sign, and call it a day.
First and foremost, Dylan Brooks was fighting a losing battle. He's not better than LeBron James, and he's not going to be able to contain LeBron James. But you damn sure don't go over there messing with Uncle Shay Shay. Shannon Sharpe is the walking epitome of wish a nigga would. There are two black men in America that I know of that are the walking epitome of WND, wish a nigga would. No, WNW, excuse me, WNW. That's Shannon Sharpe and Michael Jai White. Those two dudes, I treat them like white people back in the 30s. I'm moving to the other side of the sidewalk. You understand me? Because Shannon is either going to knock you out with the spit from his dialogue before he whoop your ass, or Shannon just going to get to the ass whooping. Michael Jai White, listen, there is a reason why every movie LeBron James is in has a basketball in it. Why? Because that's what he does. He's good at it. You've never seen LeBron James in an action film. Why? Because just because he's 6'9", 275 doesn't mean he can fight. Have you ever seen a basketball in Michael Jai White's movies? No, you haven't. What you have seen is him kicking people's asses. Why? Because that's what he does. So what I would do is avoid those two WNWs. Okay, that's what they are. They're WNWs, wish a nigga woods. So I leave them alone. I'd rather mess with, if you're going to mess with one commentator, mess with Stephen A. Smith. We know he got a bad shoulder. We know he got a bad shoulder.
This
Look at that face. Look at that face. If that ain't a WNW face, that is not a face of a man that says, let me go over there and pray for you. That's the face of a man that says, the Lord has your spirit, but your ass is mine. Look at that face.
And my cardigan still looks
In my
good.
cardigan. and I want you to know something. This is how badass Shannon Sharpe is. He's wearing a white t-shirt, and there is no dirt on it at all. And he was grabbed by at least 3 people. He was grabbed by at least 3 people. His shirt is still I haven't even seen wedding dresses that white. Listen, Shannon Sharpe, Michael Jai White, stay away from them. They are WNWs. Wish a nigga woods. Leave them alone. It's serious. Oh, man, but while we on the alliteration of Shay, whoa, let's get to Sha'Carri, everybody's favorite runner. Let's get to Sha'Carri Richardson. This past weekend, Sha'Carri Richardson got kicked off American Airlines. Now, I wouldn't find an issue with that if she got kicked off of Spirit, because nobody really wants to be on there, okay? Spirit is like Megabus in the air, all right? But she got kicked off of American Airlines for using her cell phone. Play that beautiful bean footage.
Place it all the way under the seat in front of you.
Lying.
Larger carry-on luggage raising over.
Flying not working today.
If you have small
Vacation
handheld
time.
devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches, please switch them.
You recorded me, but you jumped in my video, so I caught
If
you
your
because you
electronic
jumped in my
device
video.
falls into your seat,
You're harassing me
do
at this
not
point, so I think you should
and
stop.
contact a crew
I think you
member
should
for
stop.
assistance.
I think you should stop. You see him, right? Y'all see him, right? Y'all see him, right? Okay. Okay, but I'm sorry. It's not me. Talk to him. No, ma'am. Don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop. If you do not know what's going on, do not yell at me.
You can stop recording.
No, I'm not going to stop recording because I was making a video to myself.
Stop recording.
I'm going to not stop recording. And this video will show what you're doing.
I would like to submit my time to the honorable engineer from Maryland. Your thoughts before I get into mine.
Bitch, why? I mean,
You ain't gonna say we're trying. Listen, on behalf of Conversations with Comedians, we are doing our best to stop cursing. Okay, so he uses the B word. I like to say unstable creature. All right, so let's try that again. Your turn.
Miss Richardson. Woman, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, seriously. I mean, we try.
Tell him how you feel, B. Tell him how you feel.
We try after whatever you were going through during that race, you got your ass whipped by. We try to.
No, rewind. Rewind to how we galvanized behind her about the weed.
Oh, that
Please,
that,
Gal-
too, that
please.
what, yeah, got about the weed and Philly's like, yo, you were wrong for doing that. We want to support you, all that bullshit. This is just a
No. We didn't say she was wrong. We
focused on the people.
Yeah,
surrounding
we
her.
took
the
on
people
the
around her.
entire Olympic
Yes,
committee.
right.
That's who we took on.
We took on, even though
Even though every competition known to man
says
says you cannot use drugs.
Right. So, but anyway, besides the point, I'm done coddling her. I'm done. When I first saw the video, I figured it's like, okay, I can see where this is maybe going. But then after just reading it, not because again, when it comes to videos, you're only seeing half the story. And reading it shows to me, it's like, girl, you were told to put your phone away.
I think you better be careful because you telling the truth is you're tiptoeing on anti-blackness. I'm just making sure you understand that. Go.
Well, on another show, I'm known as the white man. So
Oh, okay, all right. No wonder. Yeah, Brian is kind of transcultural.
Well, today, I was half and half.
Yeah,
so.
Hey, all right. I'm gonna start calling your ass sweet and low. All right,
there you
go ahead.
So, and seeing her again to me is like, you can try to find any excuse for it, maybe because
You
she's
can tell it's fucked up when a black man
'cause
starts
she's in her
stuttering.
20s. Yeah, she's in her 20s. She's young. She doesn't know better, but it's like, it's freaking common sense. Just turn off the phone, chill for like about a good 10 minutes until the darn plane taxis. Then you can hide in and do whatever you were doing and call it a day. No, someone tells her no. She goes ape shit, and yeah, you get your butt off the plane. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of niggers doing nigger shit.
Whoa, whoa,
Sorry.
whoa. That sounded like the hard R. Wow. Okay.
Nigga.
Wow. I'm gonna have
I
to.
reserve my time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust my miniature microphone here. Wow, that made it the hard R. I look at this situation and I find it hilarious. And the reason why I find it hilarious is because she's recording herself as the pilot is telling everybody to put their electronic devices up. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back of the sanctuary. She is doing specifically what she's told not to do. That's childlike behavior. Haven't all of us, those parents out there know what I'm talking about. When you specifically tell your kid not to do something, don't touch that. My son this is how I knew my son was a G. I told my son, do not touch that. My son did not break eye contact and did like this.
Game.
Yes, I mean, and what made it so bad is he didn't break eye contact. And then when I chastised him, because you can't use the word spank or whoop. When I chastised him, he looked at me as if I did something wrong. You got to change that sound. You got to change it to, when I say chastise, it needs to be, Johnny, what are you doing? It has to be that. It can't be nothing physical. But it was crazy. This is what's killing me about where we are in society. Everybody wants to be a victim. Everybody wants, even while you're breaking the rules, you claim. Did you see how she claimed victimhood? Yeah. You stepped in my camera.
Where technically she panned over.
Yeah, you unstable creature. The camera shouldn't even be on. Could you, let's flip the roles here. Because one thing I notice is that women in society get away with a lot more shit than men do. Let's flip the roles. Ladies, you're with a man for 3 years. You go to work every day from 9 to 5. Diligently, tedious, hard. Day you decide to work from 9 to 3. Come home, open the door, kick your shoes off, take off your jacket, place it on the couch, and all you care about is going upstairs, getting in your bed and cuddling up with your pillow. Get up the stairs. Halfway up, you're like, yeah, I see the door. You open that door. And in your bed is your man with another woman. And you look at him and say, what are you doing? And he says, what are you doing? I didn't expect you home until 5. You're here at 3. So technically, you panned in on my free time. What the fuck, man? Thank you. That is the equivalent of what Sha'Carri just did. And you actually have people coming to her aid. People like Nick Young. And we all know Nick Young of all people shouldn't want anybody to have cameras up. Or should we remind you of the D'Angelo Russell incident where he recorded you talking about cheating on your then girlfriend? If I were you, I would destroy all camera phones everywhere. I wouldn't even have a camera phone if I was Nick Young. I'd have 2 Dixie cups with extended lines. Okay?
Old school walkie-talkie.
Yes, I'd have an old school walkie-talkie. Nick Young is the last person that needs to talk about the freedom of recording. But it's crazy to me. And she's sitting up here, I'm a victim. And then tried to get everybody else on her side. Y'all see this, right? Y'all know, unstable creature. We're looking at you because you're impeding on our time to fly. Just put the camera up. That's all you got to do. I'm recording myself. I could almost understand if she was going live. You're recording yourself as if you don't know what the hell you look like. Or is it the fact that you look different when you don't have weed in your mouth?
Ooh. And the other thing is, it's like,
did he say that?
Yes. You could have did this before you got on the plane. Like, you know, say, hey, I'm about to leave. See you soon. Bye. Again, that's just that I don't get it.
I don't. And this whole victim mentality is crazy. It's insane. There is no reason on God's green earth. Everybody knows when the plane is getting ready to take off, you do not have your phone or any electronic device on because it interferes with the equipment. So we're gonna die. So you can, so we're gonna die. So 300 years later, an archaeologist can excavate this and say, "Yep, her hair was good." Come on, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. And for the people, shame on you that's literally taking up for this. There comes a point in time where we just got to tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is we got to stop backing people in our community that are doing wrong. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I said this 2 years ago when everybody was backing her about the damn marijuana situation. She is a person that doesn't want to take accountability. It's everybody else's fault. And we live in a society where that's what it seems to be. It's always somebody else's fault. The level of lack of accountability is at an all-time high in this generation. And I just don't understand it. So I hope all those people on American Airlines got vouchers. Yo, next up, man, once again, going back to the victimization card, we have Pamela Anderson, who was on the island of irrelevancy. But how do you get relevant again? A memoir and a name drop of a famous man doing something to you. And that's what happened. She spoke about her time on Home Improvement with Tim the Tool Man Thomas, known as played by Tim Allen. Yeah, Tim the Tool Man Taylor, played by Tim Allen, world famous comedian. And she brings up a time of Tim Allen flashing his member at her backstage, which Tim Allen vehemently denies. She said that Tim Allen flashed her backstage and said, "Now we're even. I've seen you naked. I've seen you naked, and now you've seen me naked. Now we're even," which is a pretty clever joke. I'm not even speaking about to the men out there. Y'all better be careful. If I was y'all, I would start recording every encounter I have with a woman as if I'm dealing with the cops. Because I'm not saying whether it did or didn't happen. What I am saying is, once again, we are in an era of victimization. And it's getting to the point where it seems like every time Tim Allen was minding his own damn business. I want you to think about this. Imagine how you feel. Let's go back to the house situation. You're in your crib, chilling, minding your own business, eating, relaxing, masturbate. I don't care what you do. And all of a sudden, you've got the lotion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tim, at one point in time, he flashed me while I would. Oh, wait a minute. When did this happen? You can't even call your publicist to get in front of it because you got lotion on your hands, so you constantly having the phone slip out your hand. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what What's up, man? Crazy to me because it's just like, damn, man. Like, first and foremost, is there such a thing?
They're supposed to, basically, only for murder.
There comes a point in time. I'm not talking about women who have really gone through stuff. Let me out there who like to say, Doug, that no. I'm very careful. What I'm saying is this. It almost seems as though this is publicity for her memoir.
I mean, one, yeah, please. Mind you, this is coming off about her and Tommy Lee.
And that's probably why she was mad.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
ain't packing like Tommy Lee.
yeah,
Few.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's probably what she was mad for.
right. And I never.
I thought they had a great relationship.
Yeah. So I mean, and I like the most recent thing I've heard about them, kosher and all that stuff. So this is
Out of left field.
yeah, way out.
And that's what I'm saying. This victimization generation we're in is taking something. Because you can't sit up here and tell me that the timing of this of Home Improvement.
It was 2000.
I want to say the
In the 2000s.
Really?
I do remember it being in the 2000s. Hold on.
Let me see. I bet not beat you. Here we go. Last season of Home Improvement was.
Yeah.
So we're talking about damn near 30 years ago. She left out. We're talking about it's been 30 years since she's been on this show.
Yeah. Kind of questionable. It's like she was, yeah, and she was barely even on that show to begin with.
Yes.
She was just there to be a two-time girl.
She was there to be the pretty face,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
That was there because that's what she was. The pretty face.
Yeah.
All right. So at the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing? I guess that's what's getting me about this. What's the point to bring it up now if it's nothing more than publicity? It reminds me of the way Scottie Pippen was dogging Michael Jordan. You thought they had a great relationship. You played 10 years with him. Like y'all were in the press box. He came. He inducted you into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The first thing he said on his Hall of Fame was, "Hey, Scotty, you were there with every championship I won. It was never just me." Dogging Michael Jordan. He didn't share the ball. And I would expect somebody to share the ball if I can share my wife with Future. Just saying, man. All of a sudden, it's like it comes out of left field, and it's like, where is this coming from? And why now? That people are still trying to emulate to this day. Why are you dragging me? And if you had an issue, it just, the one thing about me that I focus on is people's motives and the timing of it.
Even though Pamela Anderson was, I think, before she really knows that. So I think at this time frame, it was early. They really didn't get its feet fully yet, and I think she, fact that, she was what,
Toes
23.
is not the body part.
I know I know, but yeah. So yeah, you pretty much, can't really say anything. Again, it's about the timing. Now,
now all of a sudden she's Kamala Harris.
It's
Now she's got power.
Surprising.
Now
I mean, it's a weird thing. Like I said, battle what it is right now.
It is what it is, man. And then finally, and this I wish he had a DJ Khaled and another one. Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin's song Natural Woman from 1968 is under a
That's how it's.
Oh, that is okay.
Yeah.
Because all I remember is before the day I met you, life was so unkind.
Yeah.
But her song, her 1968 hit, Natural Woman, has been deemed offensive by the trans community.
As we wait.
Are we really doing this? You live your life however you want to live your life. This. Are we really doing that's? I guess that's my only question. Because they want to be called little people, right? Not
What, midgets?
well, I don't know. I don't even know the terminology. I say little,
Right.
little
I heard you
people.
say little people.
Are they gonna? After all, is offensive to little people everywhere.
Again, who's the organization? Again, this is another story that came out of left field. But then again,
No, this didn't come
I've
out of
heard-
left field. This came out of the left.
But I've heard this complaint before, when like maybe, and hearing it again, it's
It's
kind
like
of like
black people having an issue with the song with the group Black Sabbath. Holiest day of the year, and my melanin, and put it together and come up with this shit. Like I said, this victim mentality is killing me. It's killing me. We're talking about a song from 19. Are you offended by the woman part or the natural? Offending you? Because I don't understand it. I'm not understanding it. I'm really understanding what the issue is. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key. Because you make me feel. You make me feel. You make me natural. There we go. Woman. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Bruh, you can. It reminds me of what my uncle, the late great Reverend. They didn't offend you. You took offense. Because something inside of you wanted. In a world where everybody's a victim, and what it's doing is it's overshadowing people out there who are people who are truly victims. They're going to seem like they're not heard or they're being disregarded because people are going to because everybody's a victim now. It's almost like people wake up. Who went through the archives of Motown and found this shit? So let me guess. 5 song ABC 1, 2, 3 is offensive. I can't read. How dare Michael, Marlon, Jermaine, Jackie, and Tito talk about ABC 1, 2. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I tried to read. It ain't easy. Why you think I use my finger? A, B. Now they gonna say that. I mean, come on, man. What's next, bro? What's next? Come on.
And especially going after a person who passed away, because she wrote it. So it's like, really?
But the funny thing about it is she more than likely wrote it. She wrote that song more than likely years prior to the person who uncovered this dastardly song. Mm-hmm. It was even born. Mm-hmm. This is the problem with social media. This is the problem with making money from social media. We got too much time on our hands. Way too much time on our hands. Because when you got a 9-to-5 job, you ain't got time to sit up here Googling shit like this. Mm-hmm. Why? Because you got TPS reports due, bitch. Or unstable creature. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Which goes right into my final perspective. Let's hit it. Man, we don't need no music.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to go straight into it. Y'all, we got to figure out what it is we want. Because we are living in what I call a dichotomous society. Dichotomy is when you go outside. I'll give you an example of a dichotomous situation. You go outside and the sun is shining, but it's freezing cold outside. Now, for most white people, they don't get cold. But for black people, we do. That's the reason why if you don't wear lotion, that cold hit totally different. But that's another story. But we live in a dichotomous society because we talk about how strong we are as a people, but we let the slightest infractions or misunderstandings break us down. As soon as somebody says something that is either not understood, I won't even say misunderstood, not understood, instead of us taking time to get past our own prejudices and biases to talk to each other and figure out what it is they mean, we would immediately like to jump to the offense. We would immediately like to go to victimhood. And what I'm saying is, there comes a point in time where are we going to live from a victim standpoint or from a victorious standpoint? Because whatever you live from, stand 10 toes down in it, but do not lament what comes as a result of it. Life is about choices and trade-offs. Shout out, rest in peace to the Godfather Kevin Samuels. If you're going to choose to live from a victim standpoint, okay, I think victim's over here and victor's over here. If you're going to choose to live from a victim standpoint, then understand that there are certain things that come along with that victim standpoint. If you're going to choose to live from a victorious standpoint, there are things that come along with that. But there is a choice and a trade-off that goes on with each. But we would like to straddle the fence. We would like to live in a dichotomous world, and that's not, it's leading to a land of confusion and a gray area that is boundless. So all I'm saying is y'all pick which one. But this thing where we're constantly taking offense, but yet want to talk about how strong and how together we're coming, it's insane. So I'm picking Victor. I'm picking Victor. I hope you do the same. Hey, Conversations with Comedians on Beltway Radio and Beyond. We'll be back next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For my engineer, Be Easy. Hey, I'm Mr. Perspective, Doug Bennett. I love you, and we're out. Peace. Choose victory, not victimhood. Later.